the Lituation Room. Ah, she's back. Guess who's that? Hey, guess who's back? Tell a friend. Leisha's back again. Get. What is good, everyone? It's Leisha B here, and welcome to season 4 of the Lituation Room. Yes, let's get some hand claps of praise, okay? Yes, let it. But welcome to season 4. I'm super humbled and honored to be able to be on season 4 with you guys. I know that season 3 ended earlier this year, and you're probably like, wow, you've been gone. But this is why you need to be following us on social media, because technically we haven't been gone. We've just not been putting out episodes. But this year, let's give a little rundown of this year. For the podcast, we've done an amazing thing this year, which was our Black Music Month experience. If you don't know what that is, my team and I put on a virtual concert with people up and down the East Coast, and it was so amazing. It was one of the things that I've been dreaming of doing with this platform, and I was able to do it. So I just want to thank the amazing artists that I had on the concert, my amazing team, and I'm just really grateful. God, y'all like me enough to help me with a concert. But that's pretty much why the hiatus was so long, because I wanted to really put in all of my effort and time and capability into that. And once it was over, I just really wanted to take time for myself, decompress. My birthday was right after. And I just wanted some time to like really figure out what I wanted to do this season. Because I'm really big on figuring out how I can make things better, what's next, how to improve, how to up the ante, up the quality. And I think I found a happy medium. So don't worry, interviews are still happening, because I know that you guys love hearing conversations with me and my guests, and I'm truly, truly grateful that you love that. But I also want to give y'all some tea, because I got a lot of tea and I got a lot of things to talk about, and I don't get a place to talk about it. So now we're going to talk about it, okay? So if you follow the Instagram, which at Lituation R Pod, if you aren't, I started something called the Lituation Report. I only did one thing, and it ended up being really successful. It did really good on Instagram. But I think what I want to do is incorporate that into the show. So, what I'll be doing for like the first like 5 to 10 minutes of the podcast is I'll be giving you guys a rundown of things that happened in the entertainment industry, musically, any of the tea, all the tea, all the gag. Um, and I'll just be giving my thoughts, my opinions on it. Again, my thoughts and my opinions. I'll be throwing some facts in there, but obviously everything I say, take it with a grain of salt. Don't at me at your mama, okay? And for the rest of the episode, it will be the interviews that you know and love. Don't worry. And today's interview is a very special one for me. It's very special. And I'm going to leave it just at that, because I don't want you guys to get all the tea just yet. You feel me? Y'all like the background? The background's giving. If you can't see, you can go over to our YouTube channel, and the podcast is a visual podcast for you. But let's get into the Lituation Report, ladies and gentlemen. Also, I want to preface that I work with kids, and it's giving like they like to give me their germs. So if I sound weird, if I'm sipping some tea, it's because I'm trying to keep my life, okay? I'm trying to keep my life. All right. So the first thing that I kind of want to talk about is Lil Nas X. I, as someone in the industry and someone who really obsesses over marketing and marketing strategies, I think that this man is so iconically funny and so smart, because you guys think that he's doing this just because he's doing it. Like, he's doing it and it's becoming an amazing marketing ploy. If you don't know, Lil Nas X just released his debut album called MONTERO, and I've listened to it. I give it a nice 9.5 5 out of 10. I think it was a great album. It's not something that I was expecting from him. I loved that he was able to bounce through genres. I think that my favorite song is the one with Megan Thee Stallion. I think that that was my favorite because it's so different. Um, Obviously, with his singles like Industry Baby and Montero, Call Me By Your Name, you kind of give like the poppy vibe. But this one was more of a like kind of trappy pop vibe. And I was kind of liking it. I liked it. But the one thing that I love about Lil Nas X is that he trolls, but trolls in a very funny, hilarious, like marketing way. Um, Obviously, a lot of people were concerned when he posted and did a whole magazine spread for people where he was pregnant. But I think it was quite funny because he was pregnant with his debut album. But it's like sometimes people don't understand how genius it is. I think that what he was doing was hilarious and it clearly made y'all want to listen to the project. So I think he did a great job. Send it to recommend. If Lil Nas X is hearing this, sweetie, hop on the podcast. We love it. Okay. The next person that I really think has been doing a successful time with their debut is Chloe Bailey herself. Obviously, we know Chloe and the amazing duo, Chloe Halle. But another person who has been doing amazingly well throughout her debut and everything has been Chloe Bailey. Obviously, we love her and the iconic duo Chloe and Halle, but being able to see her express herself even more throughout this journey has been honestly amazing for me. I know a lot of people have their qualms about whether, she did this too early or whether she shouldn't go solo because y'all want Chloe and Halle to be a thing. But I think that the beauty of the the beauty of the two of these girls is that these two of these women, let me get it correct, is that they're able to be so iconic together that I'm really excited to see how iconic they are separately. Obviously, they've made it a point that they're still going to be Chloe and Halle, but obviously, they're doing independent projects as of right now. Obviously, with Grownish, they're together, so that wasn't an independent project. But Halle is obviously doing the Little Mermaid that's supposed to be coming out next year, I believe, maybe 2023. Don't quote me. But then Chloe, while Halle was filming that, was still making music and was making music that wasn't, just a Chloe and Halle song. She was making music for herself. And I think that the beauty of them as a duo is that they can be phenomenal together, but also exquisite separately. And I think that Have Mercy was the best way to come out. She needed to have a big thing, honestly, with who she is, what accolades she's already accomplished, and who's attached to her name. She kind of needed to make a big debut. And I think that Have Mercy was just that. I know a lot of people don't really like Shawty's VMA performance, but I think that her VMA's performance was great with what was given. She only had, I think, 8 dancers on stage, and it was mostly lights and pyrotechnics, I think. Maybe not pyrotechnics, but it was a very minute, minuscule like setup. And she was given very few things. And I think that she did amazing with what was given. The music video, Lord, have mercy. Okay. She looked good. And I think that a lot of people were questioning whether um I had a conversation with my friend about this, about how they felt like Chloe was being more risque, was showing a lot more skin than she normally did, and that's why they liked her, was that she was able to give this sex appeal, this je ne sais quoi, without showing too much. But I think that the beauty of the song is that she can do whatever she wants because she's grown and she's taking that power back. So I loved the song. If you haven't listened to the song, what you doing? But go ahead and listen to it. I think it's an amazing start. I'm very excited to see how this debut album is going to sound because she did say that there's going to be an album. I'm very excited. Yeah. Trying to think of who I really want an album for the rest of the year. I know I'm gonna get a Kendrick album, and I'm very, very, very ready for a Kendrick album. It's been very long since I've gotten something from Mr. Lamar, and I'm very excited. But I think I'm gonna leave this up to you guys. Was an artist that you want them to drop something this year? Whether it's a single, whether it's a music video, whether it's something, whatever it is, let me know what it is over on our Instagram or on Twitter or on everywhere, honestly. Let me know because I think I have someone, but I'll tell you guys in the next episode. How about that? How about that? And then one final thing, this is going to not be music related, but I saw before I started filming this intro that Doordash is adding alcohol to the delivery service. And I just think that as someone who loves a good glass of wine or three, I think that that's beautiful because now I don't have to go to the store to buy my alcohol. We love it. Yeah. I think that this is going to make my DoorDash experience 10 times worse. I think that DoorDash is going to be taking my money and I don't really like it. But according to Forbes, yes, we have to give some credit. According to Forbes, in their effort to keep up with competitors such as Postmates, Instacart, and Disney, do y'all know what that is? Because I don't. But DoorDash has officially decided to get into the alcohol game, which means that their popular food delivery service will also be giving customers the option to have alcohol delivered straight to their homes. And they released a press release about this new feature, and it's going to be available to more than 100 million people within 20 different states, including mine, Maryland, and it's going to be in the DC, Canada, and Australia. So for all of my worldwide people in Canada and Australia, DoorDash is giving y'all alcohol, okay? You can turn up, okay? But I don't know how it's going to be in other countries or how long that's going to take, but if you're in those countries and in those 20 states, there you go. You're welcome. And I think I'm actually going to talk about one last thing if I do have time because this is my show. I want to talk about Aaliyah. As someone who loves Aaliyah, I love Baby Girl. I love Aaliyah, the Red album, as they call it. I love that album. It's a no skip album for me. I truly think that that's one of the albums that really got me into music and really loving and deep diving into music as I do. But I do have a qualm. And maybe this is the popular opinion, and y'all can, again, at your mama, not me. But I don't know how I feel about streaming the album. Yes, I do have the album liked on my Spotify, but I purposely skipped the songs only because of where the money's going. If you don't know, the overall issue with it is that Blackground Records is now Blackground Records 2.0. And that is the company and that pretty much suppressed Aaliyah's music from being on streaming platforms. And now they're miraculously being put out. The label is owned by her uncle Barry Hankerson, and he has ties to JoJo's 2 projects, to Tank's project. There's a Tony Braxton project that's never been released called Libra, and he is releasing those within the next few months. I know that Tank's project is actually coming out this week, I believe. But I think that my issue is that the money that is going from Aaliyah's streaming, and Aaliyah is actually a top 10 person on streaming platforms right now. I think that all of the money that is I think that all the money that is generated from these streams is just going back to the person that suppressed Aaliyah's music for years. It's not going to her state. It's not going to her other family members. It's not going to her mother. And unfortunately, with R. Kelly, I don't like bringing him up, but with Sylvester, we're gonna call him Sylvester. With Sylvester's trial going on right now, there's so much going against Aaliyah. There's so many bad qualms that are being popped up because of their illegal situation. And I really just want some good to come out of it. And I love that her music is being able to be streamed because that means that a newer generation can experience Aaliyah in her full form, and really see that this woman was an amazing addition to the industry. But it sucks because her family is not getting to benefit from it. Um, they don't get a say in any of this process. So that doesn't really sit well with me. But I know there's very many other people that are in that same situation. But I don't know. I still love Aaliyah. I think I'm personally gonna go buy the CDs. um, or ask my mom for her CDs. Hey mom. But I think that I'm just gonna stop streaming. And that's just my personal opinion. Do what you want with all that tea that I just gave. But yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. But that was the end of my Lituation Report. Obviously, these reports are gonna be different depending on what I feel like talking about, what I want to bring to y'all's attention, and the conversation that I want to start. But I'm super, super excited to continue on with the episode, and introduce you guys to someone that I have admired and looked up to, who I personally call a friend, and who, bonus, makes good music. So I am super honored and super humbled to have Louie Bagz as my first guest for season 4. And guys, this was a great episode. This was a great interview, and I'm super, super excited to finally put this out. So thank you guys for listening. Keep listening to the rest of the episode. And I will see you guys in the next Lituation Report, but keep watching, keep listening. We ain't done.
What is good, everyone? Y'all are tuned in to the Lituation Room season 4. Y'all have already heard the good vibes and the Lituation Report at the beginning. You know, we coming up with new concepts, new things, new vibes for the season. And I am so honored and so excited to have my friend, this talented young man. Y'all, I don't know, I'm not even about to gas because y'all will hear throughout the interview. But this is my good friend, Louie Bagz. What's good, friend?
Yo, what's popping? What's happening? I'm happy to be here. It's good to see everybody, you know what I'm saying, healthy and wealthy. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
We blessed in abundance to make it to another year, 2021, right?
Yeah, we are definitely.
We making it happen. You know what I'm saying? We, even if it's digital, you know.
Exactly.
It's crazy. It's like all these little Zoom calls and the video calls, I'm becoming more accustomed to it now.
Yeah, because at first I was like, I don't like being
I,
away from my guests. Like, I like
yeah,
to be in person to vibe, but that's
definitely,
not an option right
definitely,
now.
definitely. But we here. I'm happy to be here. I appreciate you for bringing me on. We're
No
gonna talk
problem.
about some dope shit today.
Yes, I'm excited because this is the first episode, so you got to come correct, okay?
Oh, all right, say less. Let's do it right.
All
We're gonna
right.
everybody got something to base their knowledge off of.
Exactly. All right, so we're gonna start off at the beginning.
Okay.
Who is Louie Bagz? What do you do? What genres do you make? Who are you?
Shoot. Honestly, I like to classify myself as a innovator and a creative. Someone that's kind of just always in a thought provoked state of mind. You know what I'm saying? I'm constantly coming up with different ideas. I like to label myself as an artist. I don't really put myself into a category of a rapper or just a singer or just a producer, just because I actually dibble and dabble and, you know, appreciate all aspects and all realms of music. So I would just call myself more so just a facilitator of entertainment and super dope shit. You feel me?
I saw on your Twitter that you also call yourself a visionary. I was
Yeah.
waiting for that word. I was like, yeah, that's it.
Visionary, you know what I'm saying? Just kind of someone that's always envisioning things, even if it's not necessarily something that I can visually see.
Right.
Sometimes it's more of a preview that's in my head, and it's up to me to kind of be the person behind the motors to manifest it. You know, so
Right. I
trying to
like
manifest
that.
these